Alright, y'all. It's the Ugly Pod. This is the beta episode 0.3. Because once we get the mic, it's going to be episode 1 for real.
Yep.
So 0.3, you have Jay, regular Jay right now, or Jonathan. Nice to meet you. We got my dog, Evie, to my left, to your right. I got my dog, Evie, over here dropping gems in pre-production. And then we got my Brody, Debo.
No,
Ugly Derek.
It's not. This is Derek right now. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Like he said, this is beta episode 0.3, and I don't think y'all ever met Derek. Y'all met Debo.
Welcome, Derek, to the Ugly Pod.
Thank you for having me.
Saying. So, during pre-production, we was talking about a lot of stuff. We coming up with topics. I kind of got the ball rolling, but once Derek and Evie got here, our topic board is pretty much wiped out. We don't have to go in order. We don't have to. However, out of the board that we have right here, there's a few things we're going to discuss. But real quick, at the Ugly Pod, we value all views and opinions because we're ugly. It's always about the good, the bad, but what you remember is the ugly. Ugly gang. You already know I'm freestyling, sorry. So, real quick, shout out to Keith Lee. He got Atlanta in the chokehold. Restaurants, y'all do better. If I want to go and get a dessert, you mean to tell me I got to write an essay? Not only that, it has to be an APA format, 4-page long letter, as to why I want to eat at your restaurant. You got to clean your neighbors. You got to rake your neighbor's yard before you eat at a restaurant in Atlanta. You got to fix somebody's flat tire. You know what I'm saying? And you got to go to the club and bust it open for a real nigga if you're a girl. All that shit. Shout out to Keith Lee. We'll talk about that in a sec. There's a few things that we'll get to later. More jokey stuff. But I'm going to flip it to Evie. Ladies first. Out of the topic that you see on the board, what is most important? What is least important to you?
I feel like they all pretty much touch base. I'm trying to squint over here because the girl's blind. Derek, you gonna help me out?
Yeah,
for me?
Just let Derek present the first one.
You want me to read the whole board?
Nah, just do
do
one at a time.
All right. So, you want me to give you my most important versus least important, or you want me to just pick a top?
One. Anyone.
All right. Let's start off with commitment. What makes someone committed in a relationship?
Oh, look. I feel as though, just to get us started, I feel me committing myself to someone ideally would just entail how I feel about that person. Well, it's like, am I thinking about you when I'm waking up? Well, I just woke up and I'm jerking off because I got a bone in my own. Am I thinking about you? I might want to commit. That's just the short version of that.
For me, it would entail trust. If I can trust you, that overrides anything. If I can trust you, it means it's about that time we need to settle. It's that time that we need to look beyond what we have. For me, it's trust. Trust has, me thinking about you, catching boners over here, all those things.
Yeah.
And it's wrapped up into one.
You got my blood on there.
I'm more on I'm more sided towards what J-Bo said over here. I think when I think about when I want to be committed to somebody, because I feel like we commit before we're actually in a relationship. You're talking to someone, you're in those talking stages, and you get to that point where you're like, all right, I'm not going to hit up any of my old shorties. I'm not spinning the block anymore. I'm not looking for anything else. I'm committed to you. We're exclusive. Exclusivity is the point where I'm like, all right, you're kind of committed to this person right now. You know what I mean? And I think you still build trust as it goes. And You can be committed but not be in a boyfriend-girlfriend situation. You can be committed and just be in the talking stages, dating, get to know somebody. But like for me, bridging that gap between talking, getting to know somebody, and like, yo, we're gonna have official, like we're gonna have titles, means I gotta have trust for you. I'm feeling you out, like I'm putting you through a trial run.
I don't know. I want to make it fun. Sometimes just me, based on my background, I've always settled. It's more so like, no, not the best looking. No, this whole ugly part, like the ugly gang's a facade, but like I know I'm not the best looking. When there's come a time I've come across somebody who was gorgeous. I might not know her all the way. I may not trust her all the way, but hey,
You're trying to lock that down.
This don't happen too often. I'm gonna commit myself right now to the hospital because I need help. I shouldn't like it as much. So that's a different type of committing. I'll go to the hospital for 7 days until they let me go.
Hey, lie, been there. Been there. You know, you get someone that's out of your league and you're like, yo, whatever the fuck she wants, I'm committed.
She wants. Have you ever, like, what's the female version of that?
Oh,
Does that even happen to you?
it does. It could. Me personally speaking, it's happened to me once where someone had the bombest shit in the world. That creates a whole lot of feelings.
But that's before. Like, this is before, like, you even get to experience that.
Before you get to experience that, I would say kind of what you were saying there, just being exclusive and just putting that person first. Like, hey, I'm about you. Mm-hmm. Let's continue going down this path. It gets it going for you. The more someone shows you attention, that they want to be there and they want you, it makes you kind of stuck in the situation. So it's happened to me where this person is infatuated, they want me around, they want me to do this, they have bigger plans for us. Mm-hmm. All this talking stages, it makes me want to, I'm hooked. When we gonna get married?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's happened.
So it's not like on a pure look thing. It got to be like he got to be fucking the shit out of me, like, type thing.
I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, like down the road, yes, that could be that too. Sometimes these relationships start out with just fucking. You just want someone there, and let's go by that way, and you get feelings, and it's the natural thing. Versus the traditional way where you're just talking and getting to know someone based off of a mixture of their looks and how they present themselves, and them showing you that they want you can also get you hooked.
Oh, for sure. I agree with that.
It's the attention aspect of it.
Yeah, it's the attention. How about this? Let's say you're in a situation like I said, where I come from when I think about commitment. Like, I'm exclusive. I'm cutting off everybody else. I got eyes for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying we're boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm just saying, like, you got my attention right now. And, I would think that, it's the same way. At what point do you start, like, letting this person deep into your life? Like, what you're doing, who you're doing it with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, how do you navigate that?
That is a difficult question.
That's difficult.
Emotions are one hell of a bitch.
Because, like, some people feel some type of way if their partner, their significant other, somebody that they're committed to, is like, hey, I just got, like, let's say, you're at work all day. You get out of work and, like, your friend hits you up like, yo, what are you doing? Let's go, let's get lunch. Or, hey, let's go get drinks tonight. It's the weekend. And, like, your significant other, you're texting them, whatever, back and forth. But then they're like, oh, hey, babe, or whatever, what you doing? And you're like, oh, I'm out with my boy right now. And it's like, oh, shit. I thought you were fucking home at the crib chilling this whole time. And you're out fucking, doing who the fuck knows what at the fucking bar or club with whoever. I don't fucking know. Like, it'd be nice to know that. You ever been in a situation like that? When do you start telling people, like, your moves? Are you not committed if you're not telling them your moves?
I mean, when you're in the beginning stages, I don't think you don't need to overstep. Mm-hmm. I don't think you need to clock somebody like, oh, she was at the grocery store. Oh, she's all with her friends. Oh, she was home. Oh, but she isn't home. Mm-hmm. I don't think it should be that deep, honestly. You're getting to know someone, and there's layers to that.
Yeah. It's like,
don't obsess just off of one conversation with someone. Get to know them. Give them their space like they're giving you your space. I feel like a lot of people get that confused, and they get this, I would like to say, this obsessive nature about it.
Yeah.
you need to back off a little bit.
Yeah.
And if you're a person that can't handle that, then you need to reevaluate your future relationships and how you're going to go about it, because all those feelings and emotions shouldn't develop that quickly for you to be clocking someone.
Yeah.
You need to step back a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like as in general, like if we're human, we're curious, and we're going to be like, oh, what are you doing today, you know?
Yeah.
Just curious, curiosity.
Even if you're not hanging with them, you're just curious. You know, starting a conversation.
That happens. That happens. I feel like the longer you are with someone, you kind of are slowly just getting more into that, and you start unlocking things, and these layers start coming down, and things get more deeper. But when you're first starting off with someone, it shouldn't be that way. I mean, once in a while, yeah, like, hey, what you doing while watching TV? It's out of conversation. That's completely normal.
Of course.
The more you're with someone, it changes a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it changes. But it's all depending. The person, the situation, the length of it all.
Mm-hmm.
I got some pushback for that. So, me personally, I keep my personal life outside of social media. Mm-hmm. The thing about me is, aside from just how I'm feeling overall, like if I'm in a good mood, I might post something. Not necessarily that will say that I'm in a good mood, but I might post something like a funny video. I might do like a selfie, which is stupid, but like it's just something to post. But one thing I've never done is posted my kids and posted the person that I was with. I'm very private, and I don't care what the outside world think about our relationship. I just want to make sure that my partner feels loved. Sometimes she could equate that to like, oh damn, like you don't really show me off on social media. It's like, yeah, it's cool, I get that. I'm just letting you know I'm a private person. I don't show you off. I don't show my kids off. Same thing. Mm-hmm. I just would rather just leave that private. And but also just make sure she doesn't feel like she's a second fiddle. Like I'm not proud of to have her around and stuff. Like I'm hiding her, right. Which I'm not, because we'd be out in the streets. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I operate one way on social because a lot of people don't need to know my moves. Mm-hmm. And so that's ideally how I operate. And fingers crossed, it's never been an issue. Maybe temporarily, but long term it wasn't an issue. And I'm just hoping that moving forward, it's the same. Because I wouldn't be, like, if your partner's not posting on social, are you going to be tripping?
Never.
I feel like you shouldn't trip. As a woman, you shouldn't trip. I always think of this, there's a difference between being private and there's a difference between you hiding the person. If you know your partner, you know the situation, you should never be insecure about it. You respect your partner, they're private. It is what it is. Maybe you're not, but they are. And just respect them. If you can't handle that, then that's something that you need to reevaluate. But I don't think anyone should be offended, but
people are though. You know what it is? It's like it's social media age nowadays. Like they compare their relationship to other relationships that they see on social media. It's like, God damn, look what this dude did for his girlfriend. Like, look at this appreciation post. Like, and they're like, how come you never do that for me? And then the question starts, and then it's like, I keep my, like, just like J-Book said, like, I keep my personal life. I have a silent digital footprint. You'll find me on Facebook. You'll find me on Instagram. I got 2 photos posted on that bitch. I don't post on anything. I go on there, I'm nosy. I look at what other people are posting about their lives. I look at the little memes, the funny shit. And I like that. That's entertainment for me,
So you're a scroller.
I'm a scroller. I never post. I might post maybe 3 times a year.
So let me ask you then, what made you like that?
Scrolling?
Yeah.
Honestly?
You feel like, because me, I'm not one to take my phone out, take pictures.
Yeah.
Naturally, I'm just not like that. The only thing is, I don't want to get to a certain point. It's like, yo, last week, damn, we had a fucking blast, bro. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, we was fucking lit. Mm-hmm. But I ain't got no pictures, no memories.
You've got the memories.
Though, me right now, my memory's horrible. Bad. Very bad. Mm-hmm. I don't even, like, I couldn't remember, like, when we went to the spot last week, I couldn't even remember what we was talking about. There's certain parts. I don't even remember what, like, you wore it. I don't remember. That's cat because we got footage. But aside, if it wasn't for the footage, I wouldn't remember what you wore, what she wore. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just certain things that I wish I would take my phone out just for the memories. Because sometimes I'd be like, damn, like we was outside last week. And then if I had like a video, like, oh, I remember that. This is what comes to mind because you didn't think about it for 6 days. Then you see it that 7th day, like, oh shit, dog, you remember? I'm trying to work on that right now. And to promote the podcast, stay tuned. Subscribe to the channel. And whatever the YouTubers say, before we get next to our topic, hit the like button.
Look at the red button, click it.
Hit the like to hear our next opinion. Oh, man. Yo, so moving forward, anything else on this topic?
Yeah.
Anything else? You want to keep going?
Well, based off of what you said, like, I feel like those little intricate details, do they really matter?
I think so.
We know we had a blast. We know we had a good time, you know. Might not remember every little detail, but I feel like people get too caught up on, like, oh, let me get my phone out and take a picture of this. Oh, let me get my phone out. Like, everything is like, you got to capture this moment, post it. And I get it. It might be for your memories. It might be for other people to, like, you know, some people use social media to, like, I'm living this such a good life. Like, look at this, to, like, flex. But, like, you're not taking everything in. Like, it takes away from, like, you being able to just sit there and be like, God damn, like, a beautiful sight. Like, wow, this is captivating. Like, everything's about, oh, let me take my phone out. You know what I mean? And, you know, what we say, what they say, what the human eye can see is nothing compared to what you can catch on a camera. You know what I mean? Like, that just being in that moment sometimes is more important to me than making sure I have a picture of it to show other people and, like, reflect on my memories. Because I'm not going to, even seeing that, the fine little details of, like, everything that's going on in that moment, the camera's not going to capture.
Not at all.
You know?
I feel like I can agree with that 100%. Like, I'm a person, I'm not glued to my phone.
Yeah.
In every situation that I'm in life, whether it's, you know, being outside for the weekend or whatever it is, I'm not glued to my phone. I don't always have to take a photo. I can step back and leave my phone somewhere. But I'm also, another side of me is, once in a while, I'll take photos. Like, hey, let's take a photo, let's quick. I'll put my phone away. I'd rather just live in the moment and have fun.
Same.
It's have fun. Like me, I feel like I'm at a point in my life where I'm private, but I'm open, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I'll give you snippets of my life, but I won't let you know everything that's going on in my life.
Yeah, like the drama and stuff
like little
that's
pieces here and there.
Yeah.
I will leave all that out. Like, if I want to take a photo, a selfie, I'll post it up, but it's not a constant thing.
Right.
I'm not always on social media. I'd rather just be out there living my life, you know?
Absolutely.
Same thing with relationships. I don't always post my partner. Once in a blue, you know, when I'm feeling the way I'm feeling, I'll post like a picture, but it's not where you can go on my social media and you'll see boom, 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 boom.
Right.
That's just not my style. I'm very private in regards to that, and I'd rather keep it that way.
Trust and believe. I take pictures.
We know you do.
He's with the camera, like.
We know you do.
They're in the secret folder, you heard?
Oh, yeah.
They're not going out. They're in the secret folder, you heard?
Secret folder.
In the secret folder. All right, let's have some fun with the situation. Let's make it a little bit more fun. Let's see what we got. Medium ugly game. Let's do that. Let's get to that real quick. Medium ugly game. So we was in the group chat having a discussion about what was it? Our homie posted a meme about actually.
Hold up.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and
I took a screenshot of it because it might not be in the
right,
chat anymore.
Go ahead there.
All right, so like J-Bo was saying, one of our homies posted a meme in one of our group chats, and this is what it said, because you know we're all ugly on this podcast.
Yes.
So he
it's
posted.
a baby.
No.
The women are what helps us, the saving grace.
That's right. Be nothing without them. So he posts, being medium ugly is lit. Like, people have to like you for you, but then some chicks really think you're fine. But you ugly enough to keep yourself humble and just say smooth sailing.
I agree with that as a whole. However, medium ugly. I say there's a girl version of this. And I have wrote because it happens to me so often, specifically with like coworkers, where it's like, damn, you see a girl, she's starting to be like, she's like, alright, she's like, alright, and then, but for whatever reason, y'all kick it y'all, whenever y'all see each other, y'all interact, and then you keep interacting, spend more time, you get to know, you get like, yo, shorty cool as hell, and then be like, but you still kind of feel like, yo, she's just alright. She's just alright. Dog, 2 months later, same thing. You guys interacted maybe 4 or 5 times in an 8-hour span. Dog, when you go home on that second month, you be like, shorty could get it. She still looked the same, but like, shorty could get it. Cause obviously there might be some emotional thing, but she's medium ugly.
I think it's mostly emotional.
Because she's cool. Yeah. Nah, but she might just be cool. Like, I might not feel like.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean by like emotional. It's like you guys get each other. You like the people that you work with are people that you are around so much.
It's like family in
it's
a
like
way.
Family almost.
I'd be like, damn, shorty cool as hell.
Yeah.
I just want to fuck her one time.
Just one time, just one good time.
I just want to fuck her one time. God damn it.
We're trying to find out what it's about. It's like.
I feel like it has to do with a little bit of emotion because you're getting to know the person. Yeah. You're seeing them for who they are.
We're not courting each other.
You know, just.
We're not courting each other.
You're not courting each other, but it's still happening.
No. But you talk about her, like you guys talk about relationships, what she's going through, and like you feel like her perspective on certain topics. And you're like, oh, okay, like I vibe with that, and like you see shit going on in her life, and like you guys talk about so much. You're with this person 8 hours a day. 40 hours a week sometimes.
It confuses the friendship in that.
Yeah.
No, there was an instance like that, and maybe y'all could touch on this pause a little bit. It's a situation.
Maybe y'all could touch on this pause.
That sounded crazy. So, when I was in high school, I was seeing this girl. This was a rough time because this girl was a slide off. Unfortunately.
Are we talking 1 through 10?
Oh man, in those days, maybe like a solid 8.
Oh, that's
maybe an 8 in like high school, like grading scale, which is like she's still kind of developing. So
she's really pretty.
I say a 7. She's really pretty.
Right,
yeah, we'll leave it at that because it might be traumatizing. Because again, this is the slide off. This is not the main girl in it because I was in a relationship, and unfortunately, I was young, and I didn't know no better. So we had entangled for a little minute. That kind of stopped for reasons we'll save for another podcast. And then years later, we reconnected, and we're on the phone all night. For hours, just talking about life, blah, 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 blah. Now, talks of us, like, hey, like, you remember when, like, what do you think about, like, it was nothing like, oh, do you want to do a round 2? That shit just came up naturally, like, because, of course, we was talking, and maybe sparked those old feelings. And then, at a round 2, before she ethered the fuck out of me, before I was joining the army, though she hit me with a fuck Jay-Z. She hit me one of those. She was like, yo, I like what we've been doing. I think it's cool. At the time I was working part-time at AutoZone. I like what we've been doing. This shit is cool. But like, I can't go any further with this. I know you're going to the army, but like, what? You don't have anything going on with your life. So I'm just gonna fall back. Nigga, dog, I'm telling you. She hit me with the ether, bro. She ethered me, bro. And she was like, yo, you don't really have nothing going on. Like, it wasn't like we're going to just stop fucking but keep the friendship, which I would have been cool for. Nah, like, we stopped talking.
Damn.
We stopped talking. until recently, because of course there's a lot of history there. Went to high school together, so just making sure she got family, she's good. So we reconnected, maybe for like a day and a half, back and forth, and that was it. Like I see what y'all talking about, the emotional aspect, but with me, it's more so like I'm talking to her at work primarily, so I'm not talking to her about like my fucking personal life. It's just like, hey, like we kind of shoot the shit. It was like you shoot the shit for 2 months, and the first time you saw this person, yo, the person's cool, but you never once think, oh, I would. You never once think that, but like you keep shooting the shit for 2-3 months, and then it goes to, damn, I really would now. Like, but he's fire. She's medium fire. She's
medium.
She's simmering. She's simmering. She's simmering. She ain't boiling.
It's still emotional. Like you're seeing different layers of this person.
Hold on, man. I'm not an emotional fucker though. I don't need to be emotional to fuck you.
I'm telling you right now,
naturally.
Evie's right.
It happens that you don't even see it coming. You're like
you think, you know, like you said, you think. I'm not talking to Shorty about like my intricate details of my relationship and this and that, but from the moment you first started working with her to the moment that you're like, yo, I might. I guarantee those conversations got more complex and more like fucking deep.
Different layers, and you see, and it keeps going, and you may not think of it at that moment, but it's happening naturally.
It never got
to where you're like,
damn. It never got more complex and never got too deep. It's more a situation. We was just talking more. We just talking more. That's it.
And that's okay. You talking more develops something.
No, it develops.
I'm not saying you want to be.
It develops tension.
Yes.
No tension, like
tension.
Attention.
No, not attention.
Attention, yes. She wants that energy. You want some of that energy. You're, back and forth.
But she might not want that energy because remember, she's medium ugly.
No, meaning the attention aspect of it. Attention.
Everybody wants the attention.
She's medium ugly though.
That's okay.
I'm not gonna tell her, hey man.
She likes attention. You're like in the conversation. People interpret things differently.
You know what she's thinking? I'm medium ugly. You're medium ugly.
Why
don't we just bump uglies?
I like that.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one.
I might.
She wanna bump you ugly. You know this.
Yeah.
I might use that. I'm normally not the one outgoing and talking to these shorties, but I will use that. So the next medium ugly girl that I develop some type of friendship with, very platonic. I develop a friendship with and be like, hey man, I'll probably have to be drinking.
That's when we all get brave.
Oh
yeah, man. I ain't tell you before, but you ain't the baddest. You ain't
Look, and she still wants to bump you after that.
No, but I'm assuming she's drinking too. And then I'm assuming she knows my sense of humor. Right.
Okay,
that's the key thing.
Like, yo, you know I rap up the game.
Yeah.
You want to get drunk?
You gotta keep. That's it. That's the. Yo, that's the thing. It's kind of. I'm like it. I'm like it. I'm like it.
Yeah. The same way you laugh around, that's how you gonna be hitting it.
Yo, we're in a paper bag.
Yo, hold up.
We only in a paper bag over here.
No, you can be like,
Yeah.
Gosh.
How the foreplay.
Yo, come on.
You probably wouldn't say it, but you'll do it.
Oh, I know J-Bo would do that shit.
Yo, that's crazy. Why y'all think
when the lights is off?
Y'all motherfuckers,
You know?
I think I'm ratchet.
Some of the shit that I heard this motherfucker say to shorties when he's fucking J-Bo. Wow.
Can you give the audience an example, maybe if you remember one or two?
Oh man. I'm trying to think.
In the meantime, we'll be right back after these breaks. Yo, bro, I think I'm lightheaded. I can't see right now.
Because all of us.
Yeah. Yo, we'll be right back.
Station and boom.
All right, y'all. We back, and we are joined by the family. We got Maria on the far end. We got Courtney about to get in some things. You already know. So we already discussed a bunch of topics. We're here trying to keep the flow going. We added some more, and yeah, we already gonna get into it. We was just talking about. Actually, let's go ahead and let's make it a little fun. So I was looking through this list, probably fake, but it ideally was a meme about porn searches or Google searches related to porn per state. And when I tell you, when we got to Rhode Island and they decided pegging was the search that they do, I don't know what the fuck y'all doing down there, for real, for real. They said pegging. So I asked, yes or no? Maria, go ahead and start us off.
It's a no.
Why not?
Because I feel like I would lose respect for the guy if I pegged you. I feel like you're supposed to peg me. I can't peg you.
Wait, but would you do it to a random dude versus your own guy?
Peg you mean like
you peg them? Some random dude that actually lets to have a one night stand. Would you peg them versus your guy that you're?
It's like, I don't know you, but I'm fulfilling your kink.
But also, J-Bo had a point.
Do you mean like normal sex?
No. When you're talking about pegging, you're saying you're supposed to be pegging. He's supposed to be pegging you.
Well, with
you let him put it in your ass.
Hey, go ahead. Details.
That's what it is.
Where's a little bit?
I mean,
we ain't talking just normal sex. When you're using the word pegging, you're
if she get pegged though, I know what you mean. But if she get pegged, isn't that like a Thursday?
Yeah.
I love this. I love being next to you because her and I are yin and yang. She's like, nah, I'm here, my little nasty self. I'm like, yeah.
No, I'm a no for pegging all the way.
Even if it's somebody you was really into.
Now you gotta find a different kink.
Well, okay, go ahead. I had a follow up, but I want to get Courtney's take on this.
I have personally mingled with it. Not a lover, like not a boyfriend, but I have done it to like strange guys before, and I'm okay with it because I feel like it gives me
power.
Absolutely. It's just like role playing. Yeah, I mean you can put it in my ass after to keep it a balance, but I'm pegging you first, and I'm gonna do it better.
It's only right.
So.
One point.
All right, look. So, and I appreciate y'all talking about this. I'm sure we could keep going, but if in a situation where you did peg, did you look at them? I know you said it wasn't like an official situation, but did you look at them differently? Was there like a round two to the peg for the same person?
It happened twice. This person was actually like, he's still a good friend to this day. I know him personally. He's actually gonna be marrying like one of my best friends, a female. So, yeah.
She's in for it. She's in for it.
Well, she knows. She knows that but he has all different type of kinks. You know, this particular person. So it's a balance.
So to segue into the next topic, let's talk about introducing kinks. How far do you wait? like in a situation, Evie, when do you introduce your kinks during the talking stage, or like once you establish the situation, like how long are you waiting?
I feel like, obviously it's that talking stage, then boom, you fuck. I feel like you have to wait until that first fuck.
Yeah.
To then explain like, hey, this is my kink. Because if you come to me full on force talking about I like getting pegged, I'm gonna look at you like, wait a minute, whoa, like you're moving too fast. Give me a second. Let's discover ourselves and then let's get into that stage.
We don't even know if we're sexually compatible.
Right.
Like
Like you over here
yeah.
telling me that I like to get chained and whipped and pegged, and I'm gonna be like, wait, just hold on a second. Let's have fun.
Yeah, regular sex first.
Regular, normal sex, and then let's see. Let's have that conversation. Maybe just take a second.
See, and I'm different. Like, I want you to tell me up front. Because I don't want to waste my time having regular sex with you or, like, getting to know you further if I already know that there's a lot of things that I'm not open with to try. So why am I going to waste your time? Like, tell me up front so I can know if that's something I want to get into.
But what if it's like you guys don't have a discussion first and you just like y'all happen to hook up and he tries to do something crazy right then and there without even discussing it though? Because that's happened to me before and it threw me in the loop. I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Because I didn't know up front. There's no like.
So you talk about it.
Like to know up front.
Yeah, I think so.
Me, I think it's depending the situation. Like if you catch me off guard, like I was with this one guy one time, and he loves feet. I didn't know that. I had no idea about the feet situation.
That was my loop.
He started talking, he started sucking on my toes, and I was like, I mean, I don't need you to do this, but go ahead, keep doing it.
Go ahead.
You know, just go ahead. If that's what your kink is, I'm not creeped out by it. But like, if you turn around and tell me, "Oh, peg me," I'm gonna look at you like,
right.
That's not for me. That's not my flow.
But how about eating ass for a guy?
Hold on, we're gonna get
Us to them or them to us?
We
Us to them.
guys got.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
I don't
A lot of guys.
But
A
you
lot of guys like their assholes lit.
I don't know about a lot of guys.
You can subtract 2.
I mean, the guys that I've been with, I don't know. I've never discovered them asking me to eat their ass. Like I'm gonna tell you straight up, no. But you can eat mine though.
Yeah, I'll do it. I just not receive it.
Eat it all day and night.
Listen,
I'm just not gonna eat yours.
People got weird ass kinks. Like I got one of my boys that likes calves. Motherfucker dresses calves up with fucking googly eyes and fucking lips.
He loves them flexing on them.
You be on that shit, licking on the calves and missionary. You see them things, girl. J-Bo, what you think about that?
Yeah, dog.
He just be wrapping up.
Just because he talk about me right now. For real. I wanted to discuss about the kinks, which is a funny topic. Y'all be like, oh, introduce it like after the first time. I'm introducing it maybe day 2. I'm not gonna hold you. I'll be like,
and that's fine.
Hey girl, you gotta send me a pic. And then she might send me a pic, maybe hypothetically speaking, a provocative pic. I'm like, girl, I ain't asked to see your ass. Send me what the calves look like. What the calves look like? Hey girl, the pet leg.
I feel like every kink is different, and they all have different levels. Right?
I'm talking about, yo, I
if
have
you're
to.
on some basic stuff like anal or like some basic stuff like
Basic? Sometimes it's
whatever.
crazy.
Like whatever.
It's out of the ordinary.
But it's out. Sometimes out of the
Money,
ordinary.
hey.
I think you should wait until the first time and then be like, look, this is what I'm into. Are you okay with that?
It sounds crazy because it's not what people usually talk about. People usually talk anal, chain me up, strap that thing, and bang me up. But I'm talking about like, yo, I'm like, I might get you in a nice little missionary. I might be in the mood like go beast mode, and I'm looking. And the first thing I see, I might take a nice little bite out of that thing, a nice little lick. I mean, I feel as though, like, say for example, right? So you if you guys are doing it for the first time, and like say you don't know that this guy's into butt play, you know, he might have you bent over the bed, and then he pauses, takes it out, and might take a quick tongue swipe, credit card swipe of your ass crack.
A swipe with what though? His tongue?
With his tongue, yeah.
Okay.
Like the first go, and like wouldn't y'all like be like, look at what my shit doing to this dude? Like, I'm making crazy right now. Like, is that never the mindset? It's like, oh, he's acting weird. Like, oh, it's never like look what I did. Look at what I'm doing to him.
Nah, it's more like, how many people you been with that you doing this? You too
I
comfortable.
feel like if we're in this, let's explore each other. But if it's something that's extreme, let me know. Just let me know after we're done. You're like, hey, this is what I like.
But
if you're willing to lick my ass, you're willing to do certain things, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm fine with that. Let's go. but something out of the ordinary, like after, just let me know and let me have a choice in the matter. Like, don't go over here. Like, if you like anal, don't go over here trying to pull some shit. I'll be yo.
But different men
Let
and
me know what's
different
up.
females bring out different kinks in people.
Yes.
Because you might not think you like something, but that person gets you so like
riled
up that you're willing to try it. You could be completely against something, but that person could come and you're like, oh, okay, I like it. So
Yeah,
I think it depends on like
there's certain things that are hard.
the situation and the
yeah,
person, right?
yeah.
It's the comfort, it's the trust.
Like for me, like I'm not a foot person, but if you gonna have me, you want to, kiss my feet, I'm fine with that. Doesn't mean that I need it, but it's just a plus.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a fun situation. That person that you're with, what they're willing to bring out of you. But if, like I said, if it's something all extraordinary, just give me a heads up. Because your girl might not react the way you want her to react. That's what I'm saying.
I know I'm trying to spice things up because obviously this is a pod, ugly pod, all views and opinions. We respect it because, is there we all put my shit out there. Is there anyone willing to share maybe a kink that, damn. Please don't let me be the only one, please.
I won't let you be the one. I think I kind of just tiptoed around it. Like, I had a booty call a while ago, and this man just randomly just licked my ass. I was like, oh, I wasn't always into that. Like, I'm into different things. But the fact that he did that situation, I was like, I kind of like that. And that's something that I'm, newly found out that I liked. So that's something that I was like, yo, if you want to go ahead and do it, just go ahead. I'm not going to stop you at all.
I like it.
Yeah, but is that your kink or is that his?
It's something that I discovered within myself that I like.
I see what you were going because that's what I was thinking.
Right.
No. It's something that I discovered that I enjoy.
She ended up liking it. Now she might want her booty.
Yeah, then when you go ahead, I will assume the position.
Maybe like,
let me know.
You forgot one thing.
You forgot one.
The job is not done, so let me just.
I don't think I have a kink. No.
It's cool if you want to share.
I don't think I have one. I think I'm pretty boring.
But I mean, you talking about guys liking getting their ass eaten. Do you do that?
I have.
Do you enjoy that?
If my part, yes. Okay, so I will only do that if you're my partner or I'm in love with you. You don't have to obviously be my partner for me to have strong feelings for you.
Right. Yeah.
But I wouldn't do it to like a random hookup because I enjoy hearing him moan to it. Because it's like I'm making you about to bust a nut from eating your ass.
Don't be that dude that is not a verbal. Don't be that dude that's like trying to fight every moan. Like, let that shit out.
Yeah, let it out.
Let that shit out.
It's silent.
Because the shit that shit do to women, you'll do yourself a favor by just moaning, bro.
I feel like a lot of guys are very scared to moan.
Yeah.
Let me give y'all a reality check. We like that shit. We like to hear you enjoy it.
Lexington still.
Okay.
What's up?
We like to hear it. Obviously, I mean, not all than us, obviously.
Yeah, because it's like.
But let us know that that's what you like. Now, if it's something that you don't like, let us know, like, let's switch it up a little bit. Let's do something different.
Right.
That's what I'm about. Let me know.
Still.
Give me some signs.
Right. Let me please you like you're pleasing me.
My nigga be like, I'm coming. He's like, oh.
No. I had a guy like that.
There was a dude.
I had a guy like that where he screamed louder than me, and I was just like, "Oh, dude."
But
stop.
maybe he was gripping.
Look.
Maybe he was gripping
After
that thing.
it was something magical, but I was just like, no. The way that he came was just not. It didn't do it for me.
He said that it was magical.
It didn't do it for me.
He said that it was magical.
Yes, but I was telling him that doesn't do it for me.
Can you give us an example of like
how'd it go?
What was he sounding like?
I can't.
Not only
If I can't show you on my face.
Listen. Not only before you do that, set the stage. What was going on in that moment? Like, what caused it to happen?
Yeah, assume the position.
I mean, we were just getting out of a date, and we were talking about things, having a conversation, whatever. We ended up at his place. He was ripping my clothes, I was ripping his clothes, type of situation.
You talking ripping?
Like ripping. I had to leave in one of his shirts ripping.
Oh, time.
Like it was.
Booty hole brown.
Like it was something extreme. Where I'm just like, oh damn, he just want to eat me alive, type of shit. He picked me up in there, and I was like, I'm a big girl, so you gotta be strong to pick me up. He picked me up. He did some things that I got on top of him, and I felt like he was on another planet because I for a minute I forgot. Like I felt like he forgot that I was there because he was just into the moment. And I did some tricks. I did some things.
Okay.
And he just, when he was coming, he was just like.
Exit still.
Like some, I would have stopped. Like some extra.
I'm like, yeah, I'm good.
No, I didn't stop because I was
Instantly gonna drive me up.
as soon as I was hearing that, I was just like, I was like, even mentally block that shit. Mentally block it because you gotta get turned up. And that's what I did. I got mine out, he got his out. After, I was just like, yo, if anybody heard me on these walls, they would think that I'm killing you.
Evie, yo, to the audience.
Like, what?
Ugly pie to the
That's
audience.
crazy.
Evie as a man, Evie wants you when you about to bust her out to be like.
Let me know, but don't be like.
She wants you to
sounding
let.
like a dog.
She wants you to let her know and be like.
No, neither like that. But like he was very extra. Like when I tell you, when this man, as he was coming, he was like. It was a lot for me.
I would have instantly got turned off, dry.
What position were you in?
Like I was on top of him. I was just
What you
reverse
do?
cowgirl. Like that's how it was.
Oh, you was reversed.
Yes,
And he was probably like.
gripping me, and I just turned back and I'm
Like,
like,
nigga, you are.
luckily the lights were off because if you would have looked at my face, I would have been like, what is going on? But this dude sounded like he was like dying but enjoying it. I'm like, yo, I can't do this. I don't mind if you moan loud or whatever, but the way he was sounding was crazy. Like there's no way I can replicate the way he was sounding. And that was the first time I've ever heard him react that way. Any other time, I feel like he was hiding it because I've never heard it before. Yeah. This man he had everything. He did everything right. I called this man Superman. I was like, if you could pick me up in the air, I'm going to call you Superman because ain't no way. After that time.
Was that your first time fucking him?
No, that was like maybe like my fifth.
And that was the only time that he ever did it?
Like other times, like I would hear him, but that time I felt like he was so comfortable with me that he just let it rip.
Well, you know why he was so comfortable?
And I'm just like, yes, similar. Yes. It was fucking similar.
Hey, shout out to Lex.
I was honestly, I was like, yo, this was scary, but I mean, I guess I'm doing something right.
Yeah.
The zombies are coming.
He was a zombie for sure. Like, I don't know what was happening, but I mean, that was my experience. And from then on, to be honest, I didn't fuck him again.
After that?
Like, I talked to him. We
Why
talked
you
for a long
mom
time.
shaming?
I'm not mom shaming, but
That's what that
it
is.
was crazy. Like, I feel like the person on the fifth floor could hear him.
Yo, I never heard of a moan turning somebody off.
Nah, I can.
It can. It was like
You heard some moans
aggressive.
too?
It was like he just got out of a fight.
Like, it's like you doing too much.
Like, it was a lie. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I know when we got that. We feel a certain type of way. We have to express it and release.
It's been a minute,
Well,
guys.
this
Nah, I
man,
get it.
maybe it was. Maybe I judged too fast. Maybe it was. But, like, it was a lot to me. It was a
that
lot.
was
I'm
the
telling you
first
guys.
time. That was the
That
first
was
time.
the fifth time.
That was the fifth time she fucked him.
But I don't know if that was his first fifth time in a long time.
But not all orgasms are treated equally either.
Look,
Maybe
I
you
feel
brought
like you
something
could have
out of
heard him in like 6th, 7th floor.
Am I wrong?
I'm just
No,
like,
you're
yo.
right.
I'm telling you, like, when you have that energy and everything's good and you have that chemistry, like, sometimes when you come, it's like a fucking completely different world. Like, it's like, yo, your soul is coming out of your body.
Look, after that, I left him alone for a little while, and then he came right back. And I was like, you know what, let me just try it again.
Same
It
thing.
happened again.
Yo,
Yeah.
I was like, damn,
It had to be a
dude, yo,
comfort thing.
damn.
It had to be a comfort thing.
He's just like, yo, it was just so right and it's so good in the spot. The grip was great. I was just like in my head, like, it sounds like I'm massacring you. This is a little scary.
Oh, that shit.
How about lying
Lips that grip.
about an orgasm?
Oh, that's
That one there.
That's cheating.
Have you lied about orgasm?
Oh.
Orgasm?
A lot of times.
No, every
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
But why do we do it?
Because we want the man to feel, especially if like it's boring or whatever, you just want him to come to get it over with. So you're like, the guy, most guys are gonna be like, no, I want you to come first. So then you just be like, oh, I come.
I don't like that. I don't like when guys say that. Come with me. Let's enjoy the thrill together. If I want to bust and act a fool, you want to do it too. But I'm guilty of it as well. I think
You
it's
got a
one or
flashback?
two. I have. It's
I
like,
can't joke it.
I feel like we fake them one or two, Not often because I'm the type that I could be a little aggressive and be like, yo, I didn't get mine. Let's do a little something extra, And I'm vocal about that because if you have your one, I get to have mine.
That's the
Well,
worst
how
when
was
they're
it?
done and you haven't came yet and they're like,
Yeah, I get
I'm
like
done.
that
I'm
sense
like, no.
I get that
No.
sense of like not anxiety, but like the urge to be like grumpy and be like, look, I'm not trying to be rude, but I ain't come.
Nah, I get grumpy.
So what are we gonna do about this? And I'm very vocal when it comes to that. So no man can ever say like, oh shit, whatever. Let's get it done. Let's fix it. And I might damage your ego just a tad bit. But look, at the end of the day, I'm being honest with you and letting you know that I didn't come. You had a joyful time, but now it's my turn. It's my turn. Don't laugh.
Do you come every time you have sex? I don't.
See,
That should be.
I'd be mad.
I try to.
I'd be fucking mad.
If that makes sense. Sometimes things happen where we're not in the mood or we're doing somebody else's gratification or whatever it may be. But I try to if I know I'm in the mood, we're gonna figure out some way. This is gonna be like a puzzle piece. We're gonna figure it out and match the pieces. We're gonna figure it out. Whether it's you me, you doing something, but we're gonna figure it out. I feel like sex should be fun. It should be joyful. And you should enjoy it, regardless of who it is. Whether it's your partner, whether it's a booty call, whether it's whoever it is. Try to enjoy it. I mean, that's what sex is, right? I feel like we're not in the 20s, back in the day where it was just meant to procreate. It's fun. It's fun.
And
I have a question for you fellas, though. Have you guys ever faked coming?
It's kind of hard for them to take it.
Well, I don't know, because it can be tricky, but it can be possible. Because I've heard some stories from my kind of friends.
I have.
You have?
Yeah, it's not tricky.
How do you do it?
Right.
Oh, shit, bro.
Let's talk about
I'm
50-50 in a
going
relationship.
Oh my god.
50-50 in a relationship. Just a quick backstory. 50-50 in a relationship was the inception of the Ugly Pod. It was Derek, Maria, and myself that we started talking about that. And when I tell you, we went on for like 3 hours, scattered recordings, different points were made. We got to have this talk in a bit of a formal setting with more people. So, Maria, go ahead and kick us off 50-50. What's your mindset behind that?
So I used to think it should be 50-50 or like 75 the man and 25 the girl.
How did you think it could be 50-50?
Wait, hold up. Maria, can you tell us what the original...
My original thing was the guy has to be the provider. Like, the girl shouldn't be paying the bills. I think it's just, you are raised that way. Until you're put in a situation where the man doesn't have the financial needs, doesn't have the financial needs that you have. So the means that you have. So your whole mentality changes because he can't bring to the table what you wanted him to bring to the table. And it's like, do you leave that situation or do you work with that situation? So I think it depends. It's situation based.
So is it temporary, can't provide, or like what are we talking?
And it can be temporary, it could be permanent. What if like life happens and he can't get a good job, or I don't know.
There's a will, there's a way. I mean, as long as he's making progress, trying to work on himself. What's up with that?
Whatever the progress may be, as long as there's continuously progressing, then that's what should matter. Because I've been put in that situation where I've had to be the breadwinner and had to back my partner up, and I have. But if it's just like if I'm meeting you tomorrow and you're telling me like I can do this and do that, I mean, obviously we're not gonna be in a relationship. You gotta work on yourself and I gotta work on me.
Yeah.
But if we're in a long-term relationship, you would think that your partner will have your back no matter what, and that's what that's what I believe in. Like if you got it, you got it. If you don't, then I got you. We're 50-50. But when you are established and you are where you need to be at, I would hope you will hold us down, regardless of if I'm looking to do work on my education or whatever it may be. Like I feel like it's not always on the man. Yes, a portion of it, yes, but not completely. And that's just my standpoint.
I say for better or for worse is a marriage term. We're just talking that does not apply to you, or it doesn't apply to me actually.
Yes.
For better or for worse, that situation is a marriage thing. Mm-hmm. If something happens to me where like I get laid off or something like that, for better or for worse, that's what that's about. Mm-hmm. But in a relationship, if something happens to me, you're well within your right to cut me off. And I gotta eat that. As a man, I gotta eat that because I know like I should have grinded, I should have avoided the situation. So it's tough, but you had, I felt like you and Derek, the inception of the bond.
Yeah.
It was a lot of back and forth between you guys. So are you saying like now,
what do you think?
Has your mindset changed?
100%, but it's because my situation changed.
You don't got to get into specifics.
Right. I just feel like you can't expect a man to pay for everything if he doesn't got it like that. Where before I was like, well, figure it out. You're a man. You're supposed to do it. But it's like, you can't. It's not logical. Like, it's not, as much as you want to say that, it's like, reality hits you differently. It's like, what if he's only making $20,000? Like, he's giving you what he can. He's giving you his all. And you're making $75,000. It's like, okay, well then I guess I'm paying the rent this month and you're paying the lights. Like, it's not that he's not trying, that's all he can do with what he got.
But that's in a relationship. What if you're single and you're coming across them?
Like during the courting, talking
stages, yeah, that's different, I guess.
If he's courting you, or you guys are getting to know each other, whatever, and you're continuing to be in that situation, knowing what his situation is, then that's on you.
But how about the guys? Because a lot of guys, they bum girls. And
guys don't care about a girl's money.
But a lot of girls don't care about a guy's money.
I'm not getting with a shorty because she got money. Like, I'm getting with a shorty, like, at the end of the day, I'm a guy, and I expect to... The way society is, a guy is not ever going to get taken care of. Well, I can't say not ever, but in general, if you're a guy, living the life, dog, you finding a girl that's going to take care of you is
rare,
slim to none. Guys got to figure it out. As a woman, there's going to be some simp-ass motherfucker that will pay for everything for you.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So guys have to figure it out. Guys don't have the luxury of having a woman that's going to take care of them regardless. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then when you get into a relationship and you guys are both making, it doesn't have to be equal money, but like, let's say there's a disparity in wages. I think that a guy should not have to pay for everything, even if he can. Even if he can. Because, like, you're in a relationship with this person. We all know that things can change overnight.
Mm-hmm. I used to wake up one morning and say, I don't love you anymore.
Correct. So you're paying for, you're providing for this woman however long you're in a relationship for, 10 years, whatever. She's got all this money that she can be banking. And you, when she leaves, what happens? Right. She's got a fucking padded savings account. She's up. You're down. That's not fair.
Same stance you took the first time, so that hasn't changed.
Yeah, that has not changed. She's up, you're down. And as a partner in a relationship, for you to be getting up and your partner's not getting up, or have the means to get up, that's not fair.
No. I mean, I can agree with that 100%. I believe that a relationship is 50-50. Now, if someone falls and they need your support long term, obviously be the partner that you should be and be there for them and back them up. It's different from when you're in the talking stages, like you said. If you're in the talking stages and the person's down, you have the option to leave them the hell alone because they obviously got to work on their shit.
But how long is that leash, though? Does that continue forward?
How long is this talking stage?
Like at what point are you as a man not contributing to the situation? I got my girl over here paying for the majority of the bills. At that point, you start getting content. Like, how long is that leash?
Like, if you're talking to someone 3 months and you realize they don't got their shit together, that should tell you that's a fucking red flag. You need to work on you and then come back to me when you're ready.
3 months is too long, bro.
Whatever it may be, I'm just putting a number to it. Like I'm just putting a number to it, you know? But obviously, you need to evaluate things and know, like, hey, you need to work on things, and maybe I need to work on some things.
Let's stick with the 3 months, though. Let's stick with the 3 months real quick. Let's stay on that. So in the 3 months, as a man, for me to be okay with Shorty, footing the bill because I don't got it. But for Shorty to be okay with me not at least initiating better, improving the situation, in my opinion, that's the issue. Because as a man, if the motivation not there, like, damn, I got my Shorty out here busting her ass, and I'm just here.
That's where it takes two parties to evaluate the situation. Like, people realize things. Those 3 months is about learning each other and discovering each other. If you realize then and there that, hey, this motherfucker's not doing anything, he's not looking to do more, then that's something that you gotta evaluate. Like, am I willing to deal with this, or am I willing to back him up because I see the potential? And that's the mistake that we do as humans, not just female or male.
Yeah, no.
We look at the potential of people and we stay stuck in that situation. You have an option. You have no obligation. Yes, there's some feeling in it because you're like, oh, I like you know, he likes me, blah, blah, but it's not that deep yet. You're just still knowing the person. Right. You have the option to get out. Now, if you're in a long-term relationship, let's say 3+ years in, and someone is lacking and they're not where they need to be, obviously support them and let them know that I'm here. But if you see that person lacking, you better go to them and let them know, like, you're lacking, what's going to change? What are you doing to make this better? Because I can't continue supporting this forever. Those are the tough conversations that you have to have as a person. And it's hard and it's ugly, but you have to have it.
I hate to, like, ever call a man not a man. But if you're a man and you have a woman that's taking care of you, and you're not trying to be a provider,
at least initiating that.
Like, you don't have the drive. Like, you're okay with just being fucking second fiddle and having somebody else take care of you.
That's the problem.
What the fuck is that? You're a man.
That's a huge fucking problem. But if you're a working man in progress, and let's say you're down 3 months, then you get back up and you're 50-50 again, that is fine. You just have to be consistent about it and make sure that you're always looking beyond the situation. Don't just be content in what you have. Right. Look beyond it and make sure that you get in your bag and do what you need to do to be the provider, or even me 50-50. Yeah. Because we all fall in our life. We all fall. We all lack some things. We all need to be better, and we all need to work on things. But it's up to you to make the best out of it and move forward. Now, if you're not looking forward, then the other person has the option, regardless of how long you've been together, to help you or fucking move the fuck on. And that's just the reality of it, as ugly as it is.
You got something to say? Or?
Any follow-ups? Like,
I got a follow-up. So when I say 50-50, I don't really mean 50-50. Like, I don't think that... Listen, as a man, I'm going to try to provide, even if that means doing a little bit more. If our bills are, I don't know, let's say $2,000. We both got good money. We both got good jobs, whatever. All right, well, 2,000 is low. Let's say, I don't know, 4,000. 4,000, all right? I'll pay the rent. You know, I'll pay, some of the big bills. As long as it's kind of like, you're doing something. You're contributing a decent amount. I don't mind paying extra, more than the woman. You know what I mean? To be the man, to be the provider. But I ain't gonna fucking pay for everything,
Mm-hmm.
and you just fucking banking all this money, or going out, spending it, doing whatever the fuck. You know? I don't mean 50-50. I'm not like, yo, I get with a shorty, if you can't pay half of whatever our bills are, you're out.
Oh, no, yeah, of course.
But
yeah.
you think all chicks? Because that makes it sound like chicks are plotting. Like this motherfucker out here paying the majority of the bills. Let me go ahead and stack up. Like, do you think that's plotting, or do you think like all women do that? Like, I think there's some genuine women who's like appreciative. Like, oh my god, like he's like, we're basically going 80-20 at this point.
Yeah.
And they may be saving their money, but like to also contribute and make sure, like, hey babe, like I bought some new couches. Hey babe, I invest into the house. Like, she's obviously saving money.
Yeah.
But and it sucks because I'm of that mindset. I don't really trust anyone. Like, if I feel like I'm doing my part even more than that, I might feel like, yo, shorty's gonna play me.
Yeah. But it might not even be her intentions to play you. But
I shouldn't have that mindset towards all the women I talk to.
Yeah.
And that's something I need to continue working.
It's not the intention that she's going to play you for me. It's the possibility that you're going to get played in the end. And I'm not talking about getting cheated on, whatever the case may be. I'm talking about the relationship not working out. She's up, you're down.
Right.
You know what I mean? And for a situation where you're a man and you're paying whatever the split is, let's say 75-25, and like, she has the ability to pay more than that. Like, the way that you show that to your partner is like you said, hey, I noticed we needed this, I went out, I got this, I got that. Mm-hmm. Oh, I got this extra money, let me get my husband something, or my boyfriend something nice. You know what I mean? Like, let me buy him gifts, show him I'm thinking about him, I appreciate him, stuff like that. Like, that goes a long way. You know what I mean? Like, you're not just banking, you're also investing into me and, like, trying to make me happy, or investing into what we got going on, whether it be a project at the house, new furniture, whatever the case may be. You're doing something. You might not be responsible for 50% of the bills, or closer to 50% of the bills, but you're contributing in another way. You know what I mean?
And that's called investing in your relationship.
Correct.
Show out where you can show out at, and be there and support, and whatever little bit you can give, just give it. Relationships aren't always 50-50. Like you said, there's 75-25 a lot of times. Yeah. But at least show that, hey, I'm willing to do this for the house, I'm willing to do this for you, or whatever it may be. Show the interest, show the effort.
Yeah.
And that's what matters. That goes a long way.
So, talking about 50-50, did we talk about first date payments?
I think we started to, but we didn't go into it.
So, the first date payments, I'm trying to figure this out. As a man, if you're courting a woman, if, say for example, as a man courting a woman, if the woman is showing a little bit more interest in the guy, where like she might be a bit more conversational and you know what I mean, like trying to get things moving. If the woman suggests a location, should the man still pay for that first date?
No.
I think so.
I feel like for me it's controversial. I feel like me and Derek will agree on this. I feel like if you initiate to go to wherever you're gonna go at, and you got the means, because in the back of your head, if you're initiating something, you got the means to pay for it. If you're initiating it, why not?
Right, I feel like it's your idea. You don't know what his budget is for that week or month or whatever the case may be. It's like now he feels like he has to spend this money that he probably, not saying that he doesn't probably have, but like he didn't have intentions on spending because you want to go there, and he's gonna go because you want to go. So I feel like if you're the one initiating it, you should be the one paying for it.
But devil's advocate to that, you don't have to agree with it.
And as a man, why are you dating if you're broke?
Yeah, you like. Shorty hits you up.
Every guy at one point in their life.
That's exactly what I mean. If you know your bank account is okay and you're willing to take that initiative to ask somebody else, that means you could afford it.
Stay home.
So you should bill.
Don't talk to no girls. Stay home. Watch some TV. There's some good shows out right now.
Right.
You shouldn't be out here dating. No
right.
Shorty be like, yo, we should check out Fleming Steakhouse. And you, what?
If you know that's not your budget, maybe that's
Be
something
like, hey, you
for
know
now,
what?
You know,
You don't have to tell her that. Just be like, listen, I really can't. I can't right now. Like, I got something going on. You know, make up an excuse.
yeah.
If you can't
Well,
afford it,
why do all that? Just be like, it's your, so you paying? Why not just be direct with it?
You don't turn her off.
You have to be a little slick with it. You have to word it
You gotta
different.
finesse it. Hey, I can't.
Yeah,
make it
you
this
gotta
weekend. I got
finesse
X,
it.
Y, Z going
Which
on.
again, as a man, why you
Because if
dating
you
if
do
you're
that,
broke?
then she
Look.
might hit it like, oh well, I can spot us this time.
Correct.
Next day
Yes.
is on you.
Right.
Kinda
I've
laid
done
off.
that before, where
Yeah.
I have my taste and I know what I like, and the guy may tell me, "Hey, I can't do that." Right? It's okay. I got us this time, but you got us the next time. Let's go about it that way.
But I do know, like, I definitely see where guys are coming from, though, because there is a lot of, like, women out there that will pick the most extreme fucking place. Never met this dude in their life. Like, no, you got a 10, 5-star place, and automatically, like, they have to pay. And it
You
just...
have a point on that
yeah.
for sure.
And it's like, they know they have no interest in the man. Like, they know they don't... Women, us as women, we know.
Ladies,
We just know.
fellas, they don't want to go to Applebee's, unfortunately.
Like, in my situation, I'm a very strong, independent woman, whether I'm in a relationship or not. I know I can hold my own, whether I went somewhere or not. So if I'm going to ask you, I'm like, hey, let's go to whatever restaurant, that's a high-end restaurant, and I can pay for it. I'm like, yo, if you don't got it, I got it. That's fine. But just know the next time you got it.
Right.
And I guess that's in my situation.
I also wouldn't pick a restaurant that I personally wouldn't pay for myself.
Mm-hmm.
In the event that you had to.
I'm the same
Right.
way, too.
Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, I never eat lobster, but because I'm on a date, I'm gonna eat lobster. Like, that's
Take your budget.
Yeah.
I would never agree to go on a date with a guy if I know, like, I don't have the money to go to that particular place.
Because if that dude goes, hey, we're gonna split the bill, or hey, you
And then you're
guys,
sitting there looking
then you're like,
stupid.
correct.
And you can't
No.
afford it.
But who looks stupid in that situation asking to split a bill for a place that I suggested?
Both people, the one that can afford and the one that is reaching out.
Yeah.
So if
Because
I
in the
suggest,
mindset, he's sort of like, I'm paying for me.
You
Like,
think,
why did you
yeah.
automatically assume I was going to pay for you? You
Correct.
know what I mean?
It's like when you
go
on a date, you don't know what
It's
to
I
expect.
tricky.
see that.
It's
I
so
see that.
tricky.
The expectation.
but isn't that alright? So real quick, two quick things. So with me offering to go eat that lobster dinner, wait. So it's more so like, why is there transparency not there? Is it a situation where, like, as a man, do I look like a bum if I ask Shorty, yo, you want to go 50-50 to go eat at this lobster place? As a bum, am I like, if Shorty asks me, yo, let's go eat over here, am I a bum for asking? Are you treating?
No.
Would that sway like a person? And mind you, this is the courting stage, like the first week, 2 week stage of like talking to someone. That's where you get ideally walking on eggshells. Like, you don't want to say the wrong thing because, you know what I mean? Like, so it's those things where transparency might hurt you.
Yeah.
But I mean, although it might save your pockets, but
It could save your pockets.
It could hurt
It hurt
a
you.
potential like a life partner type.
Why does the girl always assume that the guy has to pay?
I think it's
Like,
a societal
she doesn't
It's a
owe you
societal issue,
anything.
yeah.
Like, doesn't owe you to pay for it. So then the guy should automatically assume he's gonna get some at the end of the night because he just paid for you.
Look, I don't want to go to a history lesson, but back then, before the 1920s, men were expected to provide for the wife, the kids,
But
bills,
right.
and everything. And still in society, over 1,000 years later, it's still instilled in everyone where the men should be doing all these things because that's the right thing to do. So women still expect, even if they make 6 figures, for the men to provide. Because why?
It's crazy.
That's how society has painted the picture.
Because times have changed. Like, we're getting
Right.
that flip-flop
Yes,
where
yes.
women are coming up and, like, we're getting, women's rights and, women empowerment and, like...
It has, but the perception has not changed.
Which is crazy.
It is crazy, but that's just how society is, and that's how things are, unfortunately.
And like, let's be fair here. If you're like, if this dude's a millionaire, or like this, this chick's a millionaire, asking to split bills 50-50 or anything close to that, like, what are we talking about? You know what I mean? Like, if you got money like that, then like, we gotta be realistic here. You know what I mean? Like, that's just fucking crazy. You know, you
You
got
can
so
afford
much
it.
money, you can afford that.
Yeah,
You
for
know what I
sure.
mean? You got this.
But for normal folks like us, that we're not millionaires,
Correct.
you know, we need to be transparent. And if that other party does not respect that transparency, or they think, oh, this is a broke nigga or a broke bitch or whatever it may be, then I guess you need to move on. It's life, and we got bills, and we got shit to do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're gonna suggest something, make sure that suggestion you can pay for it on your own.
Right. Just either super creep. I'm not gonna let him pay for my meal because there's some men out there that automatically like if they pay for the meal, now you owe them something. It's like,
Yeah.
no, no.
That's very
If you
common.
offer to pay
It's
for my
very,
meal,
very common.
that's fine, but I'm willing, and I'll put it out there like, thank you for offering, but I'm willing to 50-50, just to let him know, like, no, like, I'm not here to get a free meal, like, I'm not trying to lead you on, but I'm about to go as soon as we leave the check.
Well, I'll leave the
That's
tip.
a common thing for sure.
Yeah,
You go to
for
the bathroom,
sure.
I go to the bathroom, then we gonna leave. Right.
No one's footing the bill.
Go turn the car
It's a
around.
common thing though, where guys may think that or girls may think that. It's a very common thing.